This speedometer I'm working on came out of a bike that was given to me, but it's pretty messed up. It's got broken glass and a big bash in the bezel here. I was able to get a new bezel from Motor West. They don't tell you how to put it on, but it's basically a stamping that's been chrome plated. It looks pretty nice, and looks to me like all I have to do is swedge it over on the back side like this one. But my thinking on this, to get the old bezel off, is probably the easiest way without damaging the speedometer or anything, will be to sand off around this edge here and cut through the metal so that I can just peel it right off there. They also give you a new gasket. That's kind of nice. The other thing I found wrong about it is somebody had over tightened the bracket that holds the speedometer in, and they bent this ear. So I'm going to see if I can't straighten that out. But anyways, once I get this glass out, I'm going to see if I can't go to the hardware store or a glass shop and have them cut me a new circle that's just the right size and replace that glass in there, because other than that I don't see anything wrong with it. Ended up deciding I would reset the odometer numbers back to 0 on this thing, all zeros, and it was pretty easy to do. Just have to get all these numbers, in this case all these 7s line up, all the 8s line up. Have to pull this shaft out here with these little idler gears on here. After you take that shaft out of there, it was staked a little bit on one end to keep it from coming out. After you pull that shaft out, all these little plastic gears come out of here, and then you can set these tumblers to any number you want, and then just slide the shaft back in. And rather than stake it, I just put some clear glue like on there. I don't think that shaft's going to move anywhere. It don't float around now, so that's how I did that. The other thing I have to do is to put a new window in there, and I thought maybe I'd make it out of some of this stuff. This is one of those screens you put over a tablet or something on the screen, and I thought that might make a nice piece. If I didn't have that, I could use an old film negative, a piece of celluloid film, and you put it in a little bit of bleach, and it'll bleach all the negative off of there, and then you got a nice clear little piece of celluloid to put in there in the window. So, and I painted up, put a little white paint in there just because I think it'll maybe make it reflect light better and maybe make it a little bit brighter if you ride it at night. 6-volt lights aren't too good. And so now I'm about ready to put this thing back on my counter here, because with this off you can turn this wheel and it's going to work the numbers in there. So this fastens on with just one screw like that. It's pretty easy to put back on there. There's not much to this. So anyways, I'll put this back together, and then I'll be ready to put the bezel on. Getting there.